It's quite funny that you would click on a title that says you suck at lucid dreaming, but I'm going to explain what I mean. And I don't mean you suck. What I mean is that the reason you're not good at it is because of things you're doing that are very easy to fix. And once you do them and once you know them, it's going to seem easy to you. I'm going to try and be real with you in this video. I'm not going to hype things up. I'm just going to explain how the chances are you're making it much harder on yourself than it needs to be. So firstly, you're probably trying to do a million different techniques. You're trying to do reality checks 10,000 times a day, meditate an hour a day, as well as reading and getting inspired, as well as your normal life, right? If you try and do that, you're just not going to work. You're going to get burned out, probably discouraged. I mean, this has probably already happened, So let's just be real. Let's just slow it down, reduce the pressure on yourself, and just try and take that expectation away a little bit so you can relax. You don't need to do it tonight. You don't need to lucid dream within a week or even a month. Okay, just relax and take the pressure off yourself. The next thing is the foundations are probably wrong. The basic things that you should be doing, chances are you're not doing them. And maybe this is a kick up the backside for you to try and remind you that you should be, for example, sleeping 8 hours a night, going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. And this is so boring. I feel like I'm boring myself saying this, but this is how you do it. Not just lucid dreaming, but this is how you get more energy. These things had the biggest impact on me and my energy, is to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, go to bed about 9:30. That simply is the trick, to do that and to meditate first thing in the morning. That's one thing. And then the next thing is what I call the foundations or the non-negotiable stuff every day. Think of our bodies like a machine. This is the stuff you need to do to keep the machine running. And so the first one, within the first half an hour, you need to be moving, physically moving, jumping up and down, doing press-ups, doing squats, going outside, letting the sunlight in, breathing in fresh air, drinking. Most people don't do that. It takes them hours to get going. And even then, they don't move much. They get into their cars and they go and sit in their offices. You need to be moving your physical body, a lot first thing in the morning. And if you do that, I promise you everything else will seem easier. Everything else will seem easier. And then the next one is in the evening, you need to be doing the opposite. You need to be not moving, and you need to be reducing the amount of light that comes into your body and into your eyes. Cut down on your screens. Ideally turn your screens off. Turn your internet off, and don't look at this stuff. At least not in the evening, in the last 2 or 3 hours before bed. And the same goes for eating. You should be eating much less during the evening. In fact, the earlier you have your last meal, the better your sleep will be. And these are just the absolute basics. These are the foundations, and vast majority of people that ask me for help are not doing these things. And I don't know why, because I talk about them a lot, and if you've followed me for a while, you'll know that. But it's really important. So that's probably the reason you suck at lucid dreaming, or at least why you're finding it difficult. Now, not that that's a bad thing. Okay, it's fine. Just be aware of that, and be aware that if you're not doing those foundations, you're wasting your time trying to do various complicated techniques, or even worse, trying to use a lucid dreaming supplement of some kind, or, use binaural beats and that kind of stuff. You don't need that. You need to be doing the basic things correctly and often. Then do all that other stuff, the fun stuff, right?